It was a Sunday, the kind of Sunday that smelled like cardamom, smoke, and freedom. I had the grill going, chicken marinated overnight, a pot of curry bubbling on the side, friends laughing in the backyard, and music just loud enough to keep the vibe alive. And then, 3 sharp knocks on the gate. Tap, tap, tap. I looked at my friend, smirking. That better not be who I think it is. Of course, it was Karen. Clipboard, sunglasses, attitude, the unholy trinity of neighborhood drama. You can't have that many people over. It's against HOA guidelines. I blinked. I don't have an HOA. She narrowed her eyes like she just sniffed spoiled milk. Well, you still can't make that much smoke. I swear I saw her glance at the chicken. That chicken was perfect. She didn't know it yet, but this was a battle she couldn't win. Not today. Not when the curry was hot. I live in a peaceful cul-de-sac where everyone minds their own business. Most of us have been there for years. We shovel each other's sidewalks, wave politely, and share mangoes in summer. But then Karen moved in across the street. Karen, who introduced herself not with a smile, but with a rule book. Your garbage bins are 3 inches past the line. Just a heads up. It started with tiny comments, a glance at a garden gnome, a sigh when my niece parked slightly skewed. At first I thought it was just her way. Then came the flyers. Community decency matters. Let's keep our neighborhood neat. Signed Karen, of course. She tried to rally the neighbors. Even stood outside the local grocery store with a clipboard. The thing is, she had no actual authority. No HOA, no mandate. Just self-righteous energy and too much free time. People ignored her. I ignored her. Until the BBQ. The BBQ wasn't just any party. It was my dad's retirement celebration. Family from out of town. Friends I hadn't seen in years. We had biryani, chicken tikka, garlic naan, and yes, the famous lamb curry that could bring grown men to tears. Everything was going well, until she walked in uninvited. Not knocked. Not waited. Walked right in. This isn't allowed. Karen, with all due respect, this is my property. But the smell, the smoke, people are double parked. She walked straight to the food table. Hovered. Judged. My aunt offered her a plate. Karen declined like it was poison. This isn't over, she said and walked out. She was right. It wasn't. The next morning, I found a bright orange sticker on my mailbox. Illegal gathering notice, cease and desist. No signature. Just typed in Comic Sans. 2 days later, a note on my windshield. Second violation. BBQ smoke violates community standards. I laughed. Then I got a text from a neighbor. Bro, Karen's going door to door asking if anyone got food poisoning. I didn't know whether to be insulted or impressed. Then came the camera. A little plastic camera mounted on a pole in her yard. Pointed right at mine. I confronted her. What exactly are you watching for? Safety reasons. There's been unusual activity. That was it. I wasn't angry. I was focused. First, I documented everything. Every note, every sticker, every conversation, dates, photos, screenshots. Then I checked local laws. Turns out surveillance pointed into private property? Illegal. Tampering with mailboxes? Federal offense. I printed it all. Made a binder. Titled it Karen vs. Reality. Next step, neighborhood support. Turns out, I wasn't the only one tired of her antics. We formed a group chat, Care No More. I hosted a block meeting. No BBQ this time. Just lemonade and a slideshow. Slide 1, who made Karen queen of the cul-de-sac? Laughter. Slide 2, footage of her yelling at kids for sidewalk chalk. Slide 3, local ordinances proving she was in violation. Then I submitted a formal complaint to the city. Attached the binder. Also called out the mailbox sticker stunt to the postmaster. They took that very seriously. By the end of the week, the city had sent her a notice. Cease unlawful surveillance. Remove unauthorized signage. Her camera came down. But the final blow was poetic. Next weekend, I hosted another party. But this one was by the book. Permits, guest list under 20, music at legal decibels. Parking arranged. And the guest of honor? A city official. Karen stood at her window, arms folded. Then she marched over. You again? Me again, I smiled. She pointed. They're parked too close. City official stepped forward. Actually, everything here is compliant. Karen paused. But the smell. Ma'am, he said. Do you need medical assistance or just have a problem with cumin? Boom. Karen turned red. Walked away. Everyone clapped. After that day, Karen toned it down. No more flyers. No more notes. The camera never came back. We still wave. She doesn't smile, but she waves. The curry? Still hot. Sometimes justice isn't about shouting. Sometimes it's about knowing your rights, staying calm, and letting the facts do the heavy lifting. And hey, if all else fails, cook better curry. Drop a comment. What would you have done if Karen crashed your BBQ? And if you made it this far, comment. Curry justice.